bountiful day in this hollow earth, a beautiful day for a hybrid. Do they shift shape? Boy, I feel great! You! Won't you be my cousin? Good morning, everybody all around this hollow hologram earth. We are here together once again. It's been a couple weeks, but I know you've been hungry for a little shrimp for breakfast. And of course, it is the most important meal of the day. Let's say it again. Shrimp for breakfast. And that means a strong cup of black coffee and some strong, dank, homegrown greens, y'all. The breakfast of world motherfucking champions, album cover champions, fucking visual development Hall of Fame champions. You know what I'm saying? Let's fucking go! Yeah! Happy April, everybody. Spring has sprung. We're here. Oh, goddamn, that's a tasty cup of coffee. Woo! Add a little shrimp to your coffee in the morning. You won't believe the flavor profiles you can get from a good crustacean in the AM. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Getting warmer up here in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont. Most of the snow's melted, but then we're supposed to get like a foot of snow today. So, we have first spring, then we have second spring, then we have third spring, then maybe fourth spring will stick. But it takes a little while. Winter never likes to leave just all at once. It likes to leave in bits and pieces and give you some presents along the way. You know what I'm saying? Like Santa flying away with some presents falling out the bag. You know what I'm saying? Let's go! Feeling so fucking hyped. And I'll tell you why after I hit this shit. There's only 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, guys, till the Lost Forest coloring book hits shelves everywhere. I assume it's worldwide. I'm not entirely sure. But Penguin Random House is the biggest publisher in the world. And shout out Tarcher Peregrine. They are the imprint of Penguin Random House putting out this book. And another mega big shout out. Hold on, let's do this right. Another huge shout out to Walmart. Not only is this book available everywhere, we got the links, the pre-order links on the website for Walmart, for Target, for Barnes & Noble, for Amazon. So it's available online there. But Walmart, their rep loved the Lost Forest so much that they ordered a fucking huge pre-order. Big enough that Penguin Random House congratulated me. They said, Walmart just put in this huge pre-order to stock the shelves of stores. They love the book. And then they said, what book do you want to do next, y'all? Let's go! I've been saying I want to do another book. I've been telling him, yo, I got all these ideas. Let's do another book. And they're like, all right, we'll talk about it. Walmart sealed the deal. They came through for your shrimp with the mega huge pre-order. And you know who loves numbers? The biggest book publisher in the world loves numbers. And you know what they love? The biggest store in the world putting in a mega big order. I said, wow, that's amazing. And they said, yes, it's a lot of books in all caps, right? And then they said, what book do you want to do next? I pitched them some of the ideas, and they said that they're working on a new book offer for me this week, y'all! Yeah! So fucking hyped on that. This is literally the most fun project I've ever done in my career. I mean, this book, how do we flip through this here? Let's just do a little quick flip through. I mean, this book is absolutely fucking bananas. Look at this. So, The Lost Forest coloring book. We got a nice little back on there. Let's check out what it says inside. Ooh, The Lost Forest by Ghostshrimp. Woo! Beware, cousins of Hollow Earth. This may seem like just another coloring book you are holding, but in fact, it's a mind-blowing magical portal into the strangely familiar imagination of Ghostshrimp. Only the bravest explorers should dare set foot inside the Lost Forest, where everything is possible and losing your grip on reality is highly probable. The more you color the wild children in their hidden forts and the spooky creatures creeping through the trees, you will feel yourself slipping into another dimension. Once you have drawn your own forest self into this book, there will be no turning back. This is your last chance to escape or risk becoming part of the Lost Forest forever, y'all. Isn't that fucking juicy? And then look at this, the first page. Oh my God, look at this banger, dude. Talk about some beaver dams, talk about some flooded fucking towns. Y'all know about this personal mythology, the Quabbin Reservoir in Massachusetts. You know we were always hiking out to them beaver ponds. You know we got a beaver pond here, these half-buried barns. We got some canoes. This is all very Adventure Timey, right? If you love Adventure Time, if you love the MF Doom shit I've done, if you love the raw rolling trays, it's all in here, y'all. This is like a trip through Ghostshrimp mythology world. I mean, this book is really, when it came along, I was like, I'm going to encapsulate my entire career in this one book, right? You know, who knows if I'll get another shot at making this book. I've been waiting for a chance like this because these guys, they come to me and they go, hey, do you want to do an adult coloring book? I go, yeah. They go, perfect. You got full creative control. You got full intellectual property ownership, right? So I own all the work in here. Unlike the studios, they take ownership of whatever you do for them. I own all the stuff. They gave me an advance that's double what I would get for doing a pilot at the studios. And I get royalties on book sales. So this is really a game changer. You know, this is really above and beyond any opportunity that I've ever gotten. And you know your boy stepped up to get his rep up. You know I stepped up to capitalize on it. And when we talk about drawing your forest self into this book, let's take another look. I'm going to be breaking down this book in the next couple of weeks, getting everybody excited about it. But I just wanted to pop on here today and talk about it a little bit. When we talk about drawing your forest self into this book and being captured forever, look at this. Not only are there coloring pages in this book, but there are 4 pages in which you draw your own stuff into this book. And the first one is draw your forest self. So draw the version of yourself that lives in this forest, and then you are forever a citizen of the Lost Forest. So you're not just coloring this book, you are becoming a part of this world. You are weaving a fucking magical spell when you put yourself into this book. So I could not be more freaking hyped about this, y'all. I mean, let's just take a minute to look through some of this. This is another absolute, some of them are real complicated. I started out by just drawing like super crazy, wild, complicated ones. Dude, the craziest thing about this was as I was drawing all this, and a lot of this, you know, a lot of my personal mythology is like flooded towns. Like I used to literally be just obsessed with thinking about, you know, where I grew up in the sticks of Massachusetts. the water supply was the Quabbin Reservoir, and the story is that there was a town down there, and then in this valley, and then they flooded the town to make the reservoir. And in my mind, the town was still all down there, right? And I know they moved some stuff out and whatever, but in my mind, the town's just underwater, flooded. So I've always been absolutely obsessed with that idea. You saw it on the Drown Out album cover I did for Daedalus. But we got so much flooding in here. And the spookiest part was, if y'all remember last year, the crazy storm that came through Vermont and the Northeast and flooded out Vermont and totally destroyed our road. Our road was impassable for like, a couple of weeks. The road was like, there was never a road here. It was totally insane. And that happened while I was working on this book. It was very spooky. We were actually off camping for Wolf's birthday on Burton Island in Lake Champlain, about an hour plus away when that happened. But I was like, I messaged the book publisher. I was like, you're not gonna believe it. Like, our town just flooded, bridges are washed out, buildings are being pulled into the river, and our whole road got destroyed. And I was like, it looks just like the drawings I'm doing for this fucking book. So reality imitates art, art imitates reality. Reality is art, as we know. We are all part of this infinite creative brainstorm that is manifesting in every direction, every iteration, all at once. All praise to the art gods, right? And it's these little spooky synchronicities. It's the power of art and magic and reality all intertwining. Let's take a look at some of my other absolute favorite bangers. Here's another flooded one. Love this one. You'll recognize this dude from the Raw trays. There's a raccoon contingent running through the Raw trays, and we got one in here. And we got this little sunken house, this little flooded house. And I don't know how, but this was during a birthday party. We got the birthday cake floating, we got presents floating, and my man here, or my woman, or my non-binary individual raccoon is sitting here pulling video game consoles, doing the Lord's work, saving these video game consoles from this birthday party. Was it their birthday? Who knows? Like we said, mystery and intrigue. You're not gonna find answers in here. You're only gonna find questions, baby. We ain't interested in answers. We're interested in questions, because that hints at the universal unknowable. Look at this spooky little scene here. We got this spooky devil. This is totally inspired by. There's my uncle Steve Laffler, who's a great comics creator and a great visual artist, and was the one kind of semi-professional artist that I knew growing up. He ran a silkscreen business at the same time, but he was also, doing art at a professional level, doing the Dog Boy comics for Fantagraphs in the 80s, doing the Bug House comics with Top Shelf in the 90s. And he had this drawing that he had done. I would go visit them in Oakland, and he had this drawing that he had done as well with the devil coming out of a well. And I love that drawing. And this totally, I don't remember if I was thinking about it at the time, but this totally is like inspired by that. And we got this little devil dude, again, right out of the Raw trays, right? This guy's kind of hiding in the cave of the first Raw tray, and then cooking up a little shape-shifting reptilian stew in the second one, and then sitting in the third one reading the flaming book that he cooked up in the second one. So he's making a little comeback here, doing a little something funny with the water, dripping a little something in the bucket of water here. And we got this spooky snake coming up, looking at these eggs. Also shout back to the Raw trays there. There are so many great pieces in here. Oh my God, this is one of my absolute favorites. Look at this. Woo, my God, this one I fucking love, man. This little kid with the chainsaw. He's got the chainsaw helmet on, safety first. He's on crutches. This is so classic Ghostshrimp. He's got the casts that are falling off. They've broken up. And this is such pure personal mythology. Me and my homie Seth Hersey allegedly were, wandering through the forest where we grew up, and we came across this barn in back of this trailer park, and there was this car up on blocks, and we just took a rock and just smashed out the windshield. And then, we did all this hooliganery, allegedly stuff. We couldn't get into the barn, so we went into the tool shed and found some tools and took the locks off the doors, and then went in and thoroughly explored the barn. We're like 10, 11 years old. And then we put all the locks back on and put everything back. There was a logging truck back there. We allegedly let all the air out of all the tires on the logging truck. Like, such a pain in the ass. Fucking what shenanigans, what mischief we were getting up to. And then we left, and then we come back another day to check it out. I remember I had this like toy pump action Terminator 2 shotgun I was carrying around with me, and this old dude comes out and confronts us, and he's like, what are y'all doing here? Have y'all been here before? And I was like, no, we've never been here before. We're just walking around in the woods. I'm always good at, just lying on the fly, and to authority figures, to cops and to parents and whatever, And so he goes, oh, all right. I don't know if he knew or what, but we got away by the skin of our teeth. My friend Seth was shitting his pants. Some kids are not good at talking, and luckily I'm good with that quick, confident, simple answer. Bam. And I got us out of there. Thank God we didn't get in trouble. But I know I told the story before. I can't remember if it was on this on Shrimp for Breakfast or not, but yeah, I think it was this girl Sarah Puffer's grandfather, allegedly. Shout out Sarah Puffer, shout out Grandpa Puffer. Yo, I'm sorry about that. We shouldn't have done that, but kids will be kids in the woods. You know how we do it. This shit is authentic. I mean, this is coming from the real deal. Let's see what else. Oh, this is one of my absolute favorites. School jail. We got this UFO, this giant geode UFO with these temples on top, these little UFOs, like a big mothership. Got an above ground pool up here, got some robot dinosaurs chilling with aliens, and they are just coming through to take the kids on a field trip, it looks like. I don't even know. You know me, I don't even know what I'm drawing. I'm just channeling it. I'm just letting it flow through me, you know what I'm saying? I'm just the vessel through which the art gods communicate. And I am a unique vessel, and I am tuned to a unique frequency with a unique set of experiences. Let's see, it's got stop, danger, ADHD, no, danger, school, jail, right? This is so classic. This sums up exactly how I feel about the educational system that I had to go through and that my kids have to go through. Good Lord. If you're a teacher and you don't like kids, if you're a teacher and you're short-tempered with children, just fuck off. Just go do something else with your life, right? Go get in a car accident. Don't fucking sit there and just intimidate kids and make them hate school and make them confused about life, right? Just go do something else with your life. Good God. Let the people with patience and vision and the people that understand that children are different, and just because they don't want to sit quietly and be told what to do in this employee training program that we call the American educational system, this corporate fucking training program, if they don't want to fit into that, maybe cut them a break. Maybe let them go have some recess. Maybe let them draw a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What else do we got here? Ooh, draw your spooky creature, right? What kind of spooky creature? I've drawn all kind of spooky creatures in here. What kind of spooky creature will you be drawing? Of course, we got my boy MF Doom up in here, R.I.P. Legends never die. He's still around. We got Alien MF Doom up in here. We got some little manifesting ships floating around. We got powering it off a battery. The turntable on the toilet. We got some toilets up in here. What we're talking about. We got little baby MF Doom in the making, because the influence that this man had on the world. And we got this little traveler coming. He's on the cover, this little traveler, or he, she, whoever, they, them, their, that. They're traveling through, exploring the Lost Forest, just like y'all will be very soon. Next Tuesday, y'all. Go to GhostshrimpGlobal.com. We got the links to pre-order this for all the major outlets. And then, it'll continue to be online, obviously. And then, it's going to hit shelves in whatever stores want to put it on the shelf. So let's go, y'all. Let's make some noise, y'all. If you pre-ordered this, thank you so much. And don't forget, you can go, if you check the links in my bio on Instagram and Twitter, we've got a little form there where you can put in the receipt for the purchase of the book, and you will immediately unlock a 20-minute video that I made of a little behind the scenes. I tour the studio here, talk about everything on my desk, show a bunch of stuff, and then I take a little walk through the Ghostshrimp National Forest in the wintertime and kind of splice in some springtime scenes. It's really fun. Just wanted to give people a little walk in the actual Lost Forest here. And you get that immediately. You can watch that. And then you also get the cover with no color on it, and you get to color it while you wait for the book. So if you got that, color it up, post it up, tag me, right? I'm going to share this. And once this book comes out, y'all, color these pages and tag me, and I will share absolutely everything, and maybe we'll even give away some prizes. You know what I'm saying? I think we are talking to, I was pitching out some different ideas. I really want to do a digital coloring promotion, and I've been pushing Penguin Random House for that, and they reached out to Procreate, and they are interested in doing some kind of collab. So we're going to do some kind of collab with them. It might be a contest or whatever, but there's going to be like kind of some kind of digital coloring collab coming. You know, I know there's digital coloring books already. I wanted this to come out as a digital coloring book as well. And for whatever reason, Penguin Random House isn't into that right now, but that's obviously the future. Everybody's, on tablets all the time. From kids to adults, I think having these books, this book and whatever series comes after this from me, having them as purchasable digital coloring books is a no-brainer. So whether that's exclusive with, Adobe or Procreate or whatever, we got to do it. We got to get there because it's, that's the future of the marketplace, right? Let's see what else. Oh, this one's a freaking classic. Look at this. Woo! We got Jaws up in here. I saw Jaws as every kid did when they were little, and then can never not think about being attacked by sharks all the time, every day of my life in lakes and pools and oceans. And we got some children here, some long-haired kids, mix of girls, boys, they, thems. They are coming in here. And it looks like they're just having fun. It looks like they're just battling this shark for fun, right? In my mind, this kid's maybe like gotten in there just to see if he can get out, right? We got a little like Rancor reference. We got him putting the bone in the mouth there, and he's smiling and having fun. They're smiling and having fun. Fucking Moby Dick action over here. Bows and arrows, all the good stuff. Stabbed in the eye, shot in the eye. The demons of the sea, the demons of the deep. Shout out to sharks. Oh, you're gonna love this one. Look at this one. I had to get this in there. Mushroom Adventure Time Treehouse. I mean, come on, y'all. Look at this shit. Woo! With the little snail man, little alien snail man coming. I mean, there's nothing like this out there. There's no coloring books like this out there, y'all. We changing the game once again. Your boy doesn't come in and say, what should I do? What should it be? What is it supposed to be? I go, what hasn't been done yet? What is the Ghostshrimp version of an adult coloring book? And this is it, y'all. This is it. Oh, shit. This is a very special one. So if y'all remember, about 2 years ago, on May 1st, at 8 p.m., me and Wolfie saw a craft in the sky, and this is my impression of what it was. It was very far away. It was very large. We saw it riding back. It was perfectly light out still. And it was a V-shape, a dark V-shape, just frozen in the sky. And it was, sometimes Wolfie couldn't see it. It was like fading in and out for him, but I could see it the whole time. And it was absolutely mind-blowing, absolutely inexplicable. And then it slowly became transparent and faded away. And we were just bugging. Absolute UFO action. I was so thrilled because I'm always like, how do all these motherfuckers see a UFO and your boy doesn't see a UFO? Your shrimp needs a piece of this. And this is my impression of what it could be. This is, it felt very insectile to me. My impression of it was very insectile, and it was organic and living. And this is kind of my version of it. We've got a little bee piloting it. We got Beehive Boy mythology running all through here, and we got these other anomalous objects floating around it. And Wolfie had this impression that the tips of it were like kind of like evaporating, like trailing out. And so we've got some kind of orbs just evaporating out off of it. So this is my visual interpretation of what that UFO was. Um, and man, we got just bang. I did 55 new pieces for this book. Look, we got some Beehive Boy, the mythological hive god themselves up in here. We don't know if it's a boy. We don't know what it is. We are just guessing at everything because everything is an infinite mystery. If you think you got the answer to something, think again, because there are just more questions behind that answer, y'all. Woo! Look at this one. Oh my God. It's like banger after banger. There's no bad ones in here, y'all. There are really no bad ones. Your boy just went absolutely fucking ape shit on this. And this is my first digital shit. And I was a little nervous. I was like, oh, how's this line work gonna compare to my actual line work? Because I was like, I was getting into the fully digital stuff at this point. And also, my dad died shortly after I signed the contract to this book. And so I took 6 months off, and that ate up a good chunk of the time I had to do the book. I had a year to do the book, and then I had to catch up on some other stuff, and then I had to jump into this book and do it maybe in like about 3 months, 50 something pieces while I was working on other stuff too. So it was a crunch and it was a cram, and it really made sense to do it on the Cintiq because that was like the direction I was going. But I was also like, God damn, like I'm known for my line work. I'm known for my brushed ink. I'm dipping the brush in liquid ink and I'm brushing. That's how I've done my work for 18, 19 years out of my 21-year career, right? And I'm like, fuck, it's like I kind of wish I was gonna do this with my traditional line work. And I was like, what's it gonna look like? Is it gonna look too computery and too sterile? But I actually think the line work on the computer is even better because I can zoom in. I can really, you can erase the ink, you can fine tune the ink. The level of control really bridge the gap between, I always felt like when I would pencil something, it would have a little more flavor and a little more looseness. And when I inked it with a brush, it would tighten up just that much because again, you can, unless I was working mega big, which, the only biggest I've worked is like the 18 by 24 scale. And still, it's like, you're still kind of, there's just, it's hard to really get into that page in the way that you can when you can zoom in the Cintiq. So as I'm looking at this, I was fucking just looking, I've been just bugging out looking at this book since I got it. And just can't believe it because also like I did all these drawings but I didn't see them in real life, right? So like now I'm seeing it in real life and I'm looking at it and just like I was so relieved, and then I just can't stop looking at it and looking at how good the line work looks. It actually looks even better than my brushed traditional line work. So shout out Kyle, classic cartoonist brush from Photoshop. That's the one I use for this. And now when I zoom in, I actually zoomed in to compare it to one of my hand inked ones. I brought it into Photoshop and zoomed it in and zoomed into my digital ink line. And I think my digital ink line is actually looks better even that up close, zoomed in. So I was like, holy shit. Draw your UFO. Look at this shit. Oh my God, this little dude chilling here. We brought the scale into it. You get to draw what your UFO is in here. And I'm only showing you a few of these, y'all. Holy shit. There are just so many bangers in here. It's really unbelievable. Let's pick one more good one. Oh. Your boy OJ allegedly had to show up in here. Look at this. The juice is loose. He's got the orange on the shoulder of the football jersey. He's got the blade. And of course, we are not in any way celebrating the death of Nicole and Ronald Goldman, but this is just part of our mythology. I was watching the Knicks playoffs as cut to the OJ Chase live. Always been obsessed with OJ and the Ford Bronco and the whole phenomenology of it, and then just how he was so, how everybody knew he did it, gets away with it, then writes the book If I Did It, then loses the book, and the rights go to the Goldman family, and now they make money off the book. If you listen to the book, it's absolutely insane. Literally, he confesses to the crime in the book. The him as an iconic American tragedy story is just so wild. So this is the complexity, the layers of it in here. He's just waiting here as this boogeyman of cultural mythology behind this ice cream truck that is a beef stew truck that is selling lemonade, but it's gasoline lemonade. We flipping it and twisting it every which way. We got these giant mushrooms. We've got a laundry machine here. I mean, so Adventure Timey. It's open for business. They got the fridge here. I mean, this is just bonkers, y'all. This is just what we got. The alien TVs up here. I mean, is there ever been a coloring book as dope as this? I don't think so. So y'all getting hype for this. If you already ordered it, you're gonna be, I think, in the mail next Tuesday. And if you haven't, go get it. Go order it right now because this thing is legendary. This is the best coloring book that's ever been made, and I made it. And order it, share it, order another one, give it away for birthdays, give it away for Christmas, give it away for fucking Halloween, give it away for Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, fucking Labor Day, fucking Groundhog's Day. Happy birthday to my dad. And of course, I had to dedicate this book to my dad. This book is dedicated to my biggest fan, my friend, my father, the eternal Robert Arthur James. He said when he passed, he'd be working for us in the other realms, and I can feel it. I'm connected to him. I'm connected to the other realms through him. So thanks, Pop. This one's for you. Woo! Little shrimp for breakfast, y'all. We counting down to the release of this book, y'all. Ew! Ask me questions in the comments. I will tell you no lies. Look into my eyes. I'll see you tomorrow, y'all. Yeah!